So I'm changing up the format today because, well, I think it's good to change it up every now and again. And also, I feel like the other format's not particularly helpful, so I'm doing a different one. And what I'm doing is I am essentially just taking a sentence and then adding random words to it. So it might make sense as a sentence, it might not make sense, but that doesn't matter because it's all about practicing the words and the sentence at the same time. So the first sentence is, it was Robert, or really, Robert, not John, took that something. So it was Robert, not John, who took the book or whatever. Now, in Nahuatl, the stress apparently falls on the penultimate, what's it called? Sound, the syllable. But, and penultimate is like the second last, I believe. But I'm not entirely sure if I can get this correct. So let's see if we can work it out. So, Robert ash one ki wikak ne. So I think that is Robert, and then ash not one John ki it wikak. Now I don't know if I think it's kiwikak would be the whole word, but I could be wrong. So I think it might be kiwikak, but then I'm not entirely sure if the last k also becomes a syllable. Whoops, I just checked and that should be Roberto, not Robert. My bad. I'm so used to Robert, because that was my grandfather's name, that I just wrote it as Robert, and I forgot to put the O at the end of it. Anyway, so I think it should be Roberto, maybe. Ash one ki wikak ne. So that should be Roberto, not John. It, take, did, that, something. So ne is that. So our first one will be table. So Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne mesa. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne mesa. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne atl. Atl is water. Atl. So Robert ashwan ki wikak ne atl. Car seems to be carro. So Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne carro. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne carro. Snow. Roberto, keep doing it. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne asetl. I think it should be asetl, maybe. Asetl. So Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne asetl. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne, and next one is tree or stick. Kwawitl. Robert ashwan ki wikak ne kwawitl. Next one is orange, as in the fruit. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne alashosh. Alashosh, I think. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne alashosh. So, Robert, not John, took that something. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne movie. So, mawisolli. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne mawisolli. I'm assuming that using ne for that means that you don't need to get rid of the k at the end, because that's only with things like mo, so your, etc. Next one is baby. Roberto ashwan ki wikak ne konetl. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Konetl. This is a baby that isn't walking. So, Robert, not John, took that river. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Atlahtli. Atlahtli. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Atlahtli. Robert, not John, took that chair. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Ikpalli. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Ikpalli. Soap. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Shapo. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Shapo. The next one is fly, as in the insect. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Sayolli. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Sayolli. And then finally, bee. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Neshi. Roberto Ashwan Kiwikak Ne Neshi. I am trying to get better at the intonation and pronunciation, but I suppose it takes time and practice.